What is going on, guys? JAEKY here. Today we're going to be checking out the NuPhy Field75 HE version 2. Also guys, currently NuPhy is running an anniversary summer sale where you can get 15% off of the Field75 HE V2. They're also running a $1 mystery box campaign with limited gifts and community activities. So if you're interested and want to learn more, you can visit their official website linked in the description below for more information. I did check out the original Field75 HE on my channel. If you guys want to check out that video, I'll leave it linked in the description below. And huge shout out to NuPhy for sending this keyboard out and sponsoring this video. The Field75 HE V2 is retailing currently for $179 USD for the magnetic silver switches. If you want to go for the magnetic Jade Dragon N switches, that will run you an additional $20, coming in at $199 USD. The Field75 HE V2 has an 8,000 Hz polling rate paired with a 32,000 kilohertz scan rate. To be honest, you're not really going to notice that in-game, but on paper, it does give you the least amount of latency. So in the box here, you do get a quick start guide, and you also get the keyboard itself. I'm actually a pretty big fan of NuPhy keyboards. Other than Wooting, NuPhy remains one of my top recommended brands just because they have really nice build quality and performance, and also their web-based software is really good, almost on par with Wooting's web-based software, which is why I do like NuPhy's products. So yeah, in the box, obviously you get the keyboard itself. You also get a box with all of your accessories. Inside of here, we have some extra gray colored keycaps if you don't like the orange accents that come with the board. You also get a rubber USB-C to USB-A cable. This does have a USB-A adapter on it, so it's just a standard USB-C to USB-C with a USB-A adapter. I would have liked to see a braided cable here, especially for this price point. Not only are braided cables more durable, I think they just feel a little bit more premium. And you also get a standard switch and keycap puller 2-in-1. And that's it. That's all you're getting in the box. Pretty standard stuff. So this is a Hall effect keyboard, meaning that you do get customizable actuation points as well as rapid trigger. That is pretty much the industry standard nowadays, especially for competitive gaming. Hall effect is pretty much required because it does give you a competitive advantage in game. If you're someone who does a lot of gaming, especially competitive gaming, there's really no reason to get a standard mechanical keyboard anymore because Hall effect just provides you with the advantage of when you press down a key, it instantly actuates, and then when you release that key with rapid trigger, it instantly deactivates, which does give you a noticeable difference in game. So this is what the keyboard looks like right here. You can see you do have macro keys on the left side here, and macro keys underneath the spacebar as well. You also have a knob here that lets you switch between different profiles. So you can have a bunch of different macros depending on what you're using the keyboard for. And of course, top left here, you have a volume knob, which is very tactile and clicky. And you can press in the volume knob on the side here as well. By default, I imagine that's your mute and unmute. And these macro keys on the side and bottom are also nice and tactile as well. So really nice keyboard for people who like to utilize macro functions. On the bottom of the board, you do have two kickout feet with only one angle. This is an 8-degree typing angle. And on the front of the keyboard is where you will find some branding as well as the USB-C port on the front left of the keyboard. So since this is an analog keyboard, alongside the customizable actuation and rapid trigger, you will also get dynamic keystroke support as well as SOCD support. NuPhy claims that their Field75 HE V2 has 0.45 milliseconds of total latency with that 8,000 Hz polling rate and 32,000 kilohertz scan rate. The Field75 HE V2 also has an aluminum top plate and top mount with a lot of silicone buffering built in. The keycaps here as well are a cherry profile double shot PBT. But if you're not a fan of these keycaps that come stock with the keyboard, you can also buy separate keycap packs alongside the Field75 HE V2. As I mentioned earlier, you do have two different options for switches in the Field75 HE V2. In my board specifically, these are NuPhy's new flagship magnetic switch, the Jade Dragon N, which again is going to be a little bit more expensive than the stock switch selection. All right, guys, now let's do a really quick sound test of the Field75 HE V2 so that you can get an idea of how these magnetic Jade Dragon N switches sound. Alright guys, and here is the board all plugged in. As you can see, this is what the default RGB looks like on the Field75HE V2. With this little knob up here, you can change the brightness as well of the RGB, as you can see. And pressing down on it changes the different lighting effects. So it's really nice that you can do that on the fly if you like, but you can also do this through the software. So I did mention earlier, I am a huge fan of NuPhy's web-based software. I think they do their web-based software really well. The UI is super intuitive and they are very comparable to Wooting. Definitely one of the Hall effect keyboard manufacturers that comes super close to Wooting when it comes to software, which is why NuPhy keyboards are such a strong recommendation from me. All right, so as you can see here, we're now on the NuPhy web-based software. I just updated the firmware of my keyboard, super straightforward to do. Like I said, this UI here is super intuitive, which is really nice. In here, you can also change your polling rate as well. You can turn on sleep mode, and also set how long it takes for the keyboard to fall asleep. But yeah, you can see here, you can also set up different configurations. So with the knob on the top left of the board, M1, M2, M3, you can have different profiles, one for Mac, Windows, and gaming. You can also change these around, of course, if you want to. Like you can have a gaming profile with all of your rapid trigger and customizable actuation. And then you can have another profile for, let's say, typing, which doesn't have maybe as sensitive of actuation if you don't want to make typos. And of course, another thing you can do with this is use different macro profiles as well if you play different games that require different macros. So there's really a lot that you can do here. But yeah, getting straight into it here. So on the trigger settings, this is where you're going to set your actuation. For example, if I wanted all my keys on 1mm, which is typically what I like to do, I can do select all keys and then I can drag this to 1mm. And you can see that in real time, it shows you right here on the visualization, which is great. And then you can also press a key just to test it out. You can see here, there's a visualization here as well. And let's turn on rapid trigger here as well. And we're going to set our rapid trigger to 0.1. Really nice that I can use my scroll wheel on my mouse here too, to really get that fine adjustment. On the second tab here is where you can change all of the key bindings on the keyboard, which is very convenient. Also, everything that you change here saves onto the onboard memory on the keyboard itself, which is great. You can see here, you can set all of these different settings, and this is where you assign your macro keys as well, which you can do macro recording right here. So this is where you can record all of your macros, and then you can assign them to the different macro keys on the keyboard. On the third tab here is your advanced functions for analog keyboards, like your dynamic keystroke, mod tap, toggle key, and rapid shift, which is basically SOCD. And then on the fourth tab here is going to be your RGB effects. You can see there's a bunch of different preset effects here. You can change the speed and brightness as well. And it updates here on the visualization in real time, which is really nice. And then since this keyboard does support hot swap, you can change out the switches and do your calibration here. And the nice thing here is, as you can see, if I only wanted my spacebar or like a specific key to be a different switch, I can actually do that. So let's say I like my spacebar to be a little bit of a heavier switch. I could swap out my spacebar for a heavier Hall effect switch, and then I can just change it here, that single key to that new switch. So that's a pretty nice quality of life feature right there. And then on the final tab here, you can just do your basic stuff like disable your Windows key, Alt F4, and also turn on and off tachyon mode here. And you can also change your tick rate and anti-wobbliness level here as well. And that's it for the software. Again, super solid software from NuPhy here. I've never had any complaints using their web-based software. Moving on, let's talk about the performance. I can already tell you that the performance of NuPhy Hall effect keyboards is extremely solid, and you can tell here in the visualization, even me just feathering it, it tracks the switch extremely smoothly throughout the entire key press. So I can just tell that it's going to be super solid, but just for the sake of testing, let's launch Valorant, hop in the range. All right, guys, here we are in the range, and as I expected, there's pretty much no noticeable difference whatsoever in game from the Field75HE V2 to my Wooting ADHE. They are both super responsive, as you would expect from an analog keyboard. As soon as I let go of my movement key, my character on screen stops moving, and as soon as I feather any of my movement keys, my character starts moving on screen. So yeah, super solid performance as I've experienced with all of NuPhy's Hall effect keyboards. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. If you are interested in checking out the Field75HE V2, I will leave a link to it in the description below, and you can use my code as well, JAEKY-FIELD, to get a discount on your order. And that does help support the channel, so I do appreciate it. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.